Ladies and gentlemen, as we stand at the dawn of a new year, it is essential to pause, recalibrate, and ask ourselves one pivotal question: what will define success for us in 2025? Success isn't merely about achieving goals or ticking off milestones, it's about aligning our actions with our purpose. The truth is, clarity of focus is what separates those who succeed from those who simply survive. Today, I want to talk about the things we must focus on to make 2025 a year of intentional growth and enduring impact. Success is not accidental. It's the result of deliberate choices, small yet powerful actions, and an unwavering commitment to our why. Imagine a ship setting sail without a compass, navigating the vast ocean with no sense of direction. No matter how well constructed that ship is or how skilled its crew might be, it will drift aimlessly, unable to reach any meaningful destination. This is what happens when we focus on plans before clarifying our purpose. Plans are tools, they are important, yes, but without purpose, they lack the power to guide us when the waters get rough. Purpose is the anchor that keeps us steady and the compass that points us toward true north. It's not just about knowing what you want to achieve, it's about understanding why you want to achieve it. Too often we dive headfirst into tasks, projects, and resolutions, pouring our energy into execution without pausing to reflect on the deeper meaning behind our actions. We risk getting caught in a cycle of busy work, checking boxes, meeting deadlines, and chasing short-term wins, only to realize that we've been climbing a ladder leaning against the wrong wall. So how do we uncover our purpose? It starts with asking the hard questions. What drives me to get out of bed in the morning? What legacy do I want to leave behind? How does what I'm doing align with my core values and beliefs? Answering these questions requires deep introspection and sometimes uncomfortable honesty. But the reward is immense. When you discover your purpose, it becomes a source of unwavering clarity. It serves as your filter for decision-making, helping you say yes to opportunities that align with your mission and no to distractions that pull you off course. Let's make this personal. Think about a time when you worked tirelessly towards something, only to feel empty or unfulfilled when you achieved it. Perhaps it was a promotion, a financial milestone, or even a personal goal. If the achievement wasn't tied to your purpose, it probably felt hollow. On the flip side, consider moments when you worked on something deeply meaningful, something that resonated with your heart and soul. Even the challenges along the way felt worth it because you were pursuing something greater than yourself. In 2025, we must resist the temptation to start with plans. Instead, begin with purpose. This doesn't mean you abandon strategy or neglect preparation. Rather, it means grounding every plan in the why behind it. Purpose is what gives plans their power. It's what keeps you motivated when the path gets difficult and what reminds you to stay focused when distractions arise. When you start with purpose, something incredible happens. You attract the right people, resources, and opportunities into your life. Your purpose becomes a magnet, pulling in those who share your vision and pushing away those who don't. It creates alignment, not just within you, but also in the world around you. Purpose isn't a destination, it's a way of being. It's a lens through which you view every decision and action. And here's the beauty of it: when you align your life with purpose, success stops being about what you achieve and starts being about who you become. So as we embark on the journey of 2025, don't just write plans, write your purpose. Let it be the foundation upon which every goal and strategy is built. Because when you start with purpose, you're not just aiming for success, you're ensuring that success is meaningful, fulfilling, and truly yours. Imagine walking into a room filled with people who trust you, support you, and genuinely want to see you succeed. Now, imagine the opposite: a room where every interaction feels like a cold exchange, where the focus is on what you can give, not who you are. Which environment would you thrive in? The answer is clear: we flourish where authentic relationships exist, not where we are treated as mere transactions. In 2025, let us commit to prioritizing relationships over transactions, because the success you seek in life and business will always be tied to the people around you. Relationships are the foundation upon which every meaningful achievement is built. Whether it's in your professional world or your personal life, success is never a solo endeavor. It's the result of connection, collaboration, and trust. But what does it really mean to prioritize relationships over transactions? It means shifting your mindset from what can I get to how can I give. It's about valuing people for who they are, not just what they can do for you. Transactions are fleeting, they end when the deal is done. Relationships, on the other hand, are enduring, they grow and strengthen over time, often leading to opportunities far greater than you could have anticipated. Let's take this to a practical level. Consider the workplace. A transactional mindset looks like this: I need my team to hit their targets because it will help me achieve my goals. While this may yield short-term results, it breeds burnout, resentment, and disengagement in the long run. A relationship-focused mindset, however, says I want to understand what motivates my team, support their growth, and help them succeed. This approach builds loyalty, trust, and collaboration, creating an environment where everyone thrives. Here's a truth that many overlook: people don't follow what you do, they follow why you do it. If your actions show that you genuinely care about others and want to see them succeed, they will reciprocate with their trust, loyalty, and effort. In 2025, make it a point to lead with empathy. Listen not just to respond, but to understand. Ask meaningful questions and pay attention to what isn't being said. Show up for people, not just when you need something from them, but when they need you most. This principle extends far beyond the workplace. In your personal life, prioritize the relationships that matter. Invest time and energy in the people who uplift you, challenge you, and celebrate your wins. Be intentional about cultivating relationships with your family, friends, mentors, and peers. Remember, the depth of your relationships is far more important than their quantity. A small circle of genuine connections will take you further than a vast network of shallow ones. Now, let's talk about one of the greatest obstacles to prioritizing relationships in today's world: technology. While it has made communication more convenient, it has also made it less meaningful. In 2025, make an effort to step away from screens and engage in real human connection. Call instead of texting. Meet for coffee instead of sending an email. Look people in the eye and give them your full attention. These simple actions speak volumes and strengthen bonds in ways that technology never can. But why does this matter so much? Why should we prioritize relationships over transactions? Because at the end of the day, success is not measured by the number of deals you close or the accolades you earn. It's measured by the impact you have on others. It's the relationships you build that will sustain you through challenges, open doors to new opportunities, and give your life meaning. There's a quote that says, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel in 2025. Focus on being the person who makes others feel valued, seen, and appreciated. Build trust with your team, loyalty with your clients, and love with your family and friends. These relationships will not only enrich your life, but also create a ripple effect that touches countless others. So let's make this our mission for 2025: to lead with heart, to connect with purpose, and to prioritize relationships over transactions. Because when we focus on building genuine relationships, success is no longer something we chase, it's something that naturally follows. In the ever-changing world we live in, the pursuit of perfection can often feel like chasing a mirage in the desert. It looks enticing from a distance, but the closer you get, the more elusive it becomes. And in 2025, if we are to achieve success in our endeavors, we must learn to trade the illusion of perfection for the power of adaptability. Perfection tells us everything must be flawless before we can take action. It demands that we have all the answers, the ideal circumstances, and a foolproof plan. But here's the problem: perfection is a lie. It paralyzes us, keeping us stuck in a cycle of overthinking and procrastination. Meanwhile, adaptability invites us to step forward boldly, even when the path isn't entirely clear. trusting in our ability to adjust, pivot, and learn along the way. To embrace adaptability over perfection means acknowledging that life is unpredictable and that success is not about controlling every variable, it's about responding effectively to change. Consider this: some of the most successful individuals and organizations in history didn't achieve greatness because they were perfect. They succeeded because they adapted to unforeseen challenges and seized unexpected opportunities. Think about the innovators of our time. Did they wait for their products to be perfect before launching them? No. They released prototypes, tested them, listened to feedback, and iterated. They understood that success is not a straight line, but a dynamic process of trial, error, and growth. This mindset isn't limited to entrepreneurs. It's a principle that applies to every aspect of our lives. In 2025, adaptability will be your greatest competitive edge. Why? Because the world is moving faster than ever. New technologies, shifting markets, and unforeseen disruptions are becoming the norm. If you cling to perfection, you'll be left behind, stuck in the planning phase while others are learning, growing, and evolving in real time. But if you embrace adaptability, you'll stay ahead of the curve, ready to pivot when challenges arise and capitalize on opportunities as they appear. Now, let's address a common fear, the fear of making mistakes. Many of us hesitate to embrace adaptability because we're afraid of failing or looking incompetent. But here's the truth: mistakes are not the enemy of success, they are the stepping stones to it. Every failure contains a lesson, and every lesson moves you closer to your goal. When you shift your mindset from failures bad to failure is feedback. You unlock the freedom to take risks, experiment, and grow. Here's how you can begin to cultivate adaptability. Let go of the need for control. Understand that you can't predict or manage every outcome. What you can control is how you respond to the unexpected. Adopt a mindset of curiosity. Instead of fearing change, approach it with the question, what can I learn from this? Take small, consistent actions. Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. Begin now with what you have and adjust as you go. In the workplace, this might mean shifting your team's approach to projects. Instead of striving for perfection before presenting ideas, foster a culture where iteration is celebrated. Encourage your team to share progress early, gather feedback, and make improvements along the way. This not only speeds up the innovation process, but also builds resilience and collaboration. In your personal life, adaptability might look like being open to new experiences, even when they feel uncomfortable. It could mean learning a new skill, exploring a different career path, or simply letting go of rigid expectations about how things should be. Remember, life rarely unfolds according to plan, but that doesn't mean it's any less beautiful or meaningful. Let me leave you with this thought: perfection is a moving target, and chasing it will drain your energy and stifle your progress. Adaptability, on the other hand, is a skill you can develop, a tool that empowers you to navigate uncertainty, overcome obstacles, and embrace the unexpected with confidence. In 2025, don't aim to be perfect. Aim to be adaptable. Be the person who stays calm in chaos, who thrives in uncertainty, and who sees every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Because when you embrace adaptability, you don't just survive, you thrive. And that is the kind of success that lasts. When we think about success, we often imagine a powerful surge of motivation, a moment when inspiration strikes, propelling us to achieve our goals with energy and passion. And while motivation can feel electrifying in the moment, it is fleeting, like a matchstick that burns bright but quickly fizzles out. In contrast, self-discipline is the steady flame that keeps burning regardless of how we feel. In 2025, if you want to achieve lasting success, it's time to stop relying on motivation and start investing in self-discipline. Motivation is unreliable because it is based on emotion. Some days you wake up feeling inspired, ready to conquer the world. But what about the days when you feel tired, uninspired, or overwhelmed? What happens when the excitement fades and you're left with the grind of hard work? This is where self-discipline takes center stage. Self-discipline doesn't wait for the perfect mood or circumstance. It acts regardless of how you feel. Think of self-discipline as the bridge between your goals and your accomplishments. It's the habit of doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It's the commitment to show up for yourself consistently, no matter how challenging the journey may be. In 2025, this bridge will be your greatest ally in reaching your potential. Let's look at an example. Imagine you set a goal to improve your health. Motivation might get you to buy workout gear, sign up for a gym membership, or even go for a run or two. But what happens when it's raining, when you're tired, or when the novelty wears off? This is when self-discipline steps in. Self-discipline says, I made a commitment to myself and I will follow through. Even when it's hard, it's what gets you out of bed at 5 a.m. to exercise or pushes you to choose the salad over the burger, not because it's fun, but because it aligns with your goals. Self-discipline requires intentionality and practice. It's not something that magically appears. It's a skill you cultivate over time. Here's how you can start building it in 2025. Commit to small, consistent actions. Don't overwhelm yourself with massive changes. Instead, focus on small, achievable steps that you can stick to every day. For example, instead of trying to overhaul your entire schedule, commit to waking up 30 minutes earlier to work on a passion project. Create systems, not just goals. Goals give you direction, but systems create progress. For instance, if your goal is to read more books, your system might be reading for 20 minutes every night before bed. Systems build discipline by integrating habits into your daily routine. Remove distractions and temptations. Self-discipline becomes easier when your environment supports your goals. If you want to focus on your work, eliminate the distractions of social media or television during productive hours. Be accountable to yourself. Keep promises to yourself as you would to someone you respect deeply. Each time you follow through, you reinforce your self-discipline. Each time you give in to excuses, you weaken it. But here's the catch: self-discipline is not about being rigid or punishing yourself. It's about aligning your actions with your values and long-term goals. It's about making choices today that your future self will thank you for. It's not easy, nothing worthwhile ever is, but the rewards are life-changing. In 2025, shift your mindset from relying on fleeting bursts of motivation to developing the steady strength of self-discipline. This shift will empower you to achieve more than you thought possible. When you don't feel like working on your goals, remind yourself of this truth: feelings are temporary, but results are permanent. The satisfaction of staying consistent and making progress far outweighs the temporary comfort of giving up. Let's also address a common misconception that self-discipline is only for people with iron willpower. This couldn't be further from the truth. Self-discipline isn't about willpower, it's about building habits that support your goals. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. And over time, what once felt like an effort will become second nature. Investing in self-discipline doesn't just help you achieve your goals, it builds character. It teaches you resilience, focus, and the ability to delay gratification for a greater reward. These qualities don't just lead to success, they lead to personal growth and fulfillment. In 2025, let self-discipline be your compass. Show up for yourself, even when it's inconvenient. Do the hard things, even when no one is watching. And remember, success is not about how motivated you feel, it's about how disciplined you are in doing what needs to be done. Because when motivation fades, self-discipline will carry you forward. As we stand on the threshold of a new year, it's clear that the path to success in 2025 isn't about chasing fleeting trends or superficial victories. It's about aligning ourselves with principles that stand the test of time. It's about building a foundation rooted in purpose, relationships, adaptability, self-discipline, and the courage to act with clarity. Start with purpose. Let it be your North Star, guiding every decision and action. Don't just plan for success, anchor your actions in a deeper why that transcends mere outcomes. Purpose is what gives your work meaning and your journey significance. Prioritize relationships. Understand that success is not a solo journey, it's a shared experience. Choose connection over competition. Invest in people, not just transactions. Surround yourself with those who uplift and inspire you, and be that person for others. Embrace adaptability. In a world where change is the only constant, your ability to pivot and adjust will define your resilience. Don't wait for perfection, it's a myth. Instead, take imperfect action, learn from the process, and grow stronger with each step. Invest in self-discipline. Understand that success is not built on fleeting motivation, but on the steady, consistent habits you cultivate daily. Show up for yourself even when it's hard. Keep the promises you make to yourself and let your actions speak louder than your emotions. And above all, remember that success is not a destination, it's a journey. It's not something you stumble upon, it's something you build with intention, courage, and effort every single day. As you move forward into 2025, let these principles guide you. When challenges arise, and they will lean into your purpose, strengthen your connections, adapt with grace, and stay disciplined in your pursuit. Because success is not reserved for the lucky or the talented, it's earned by those who focus on what truly matters and commit to the work it takes to achieve it. This year, don't just aim to succeed, aim to grow, aim to contribute, aim to live a life so aligned with your values that every step forward feels like a victory. And when December comes around again, you'll look back not only with pride in what you've accomplished, but with gratitude for the person you've become.